August 21st will be here before you know it. And if you're one of the millions of Americans who plans to watch the total eclipse of the sun that day, you need to know how to safely view this exciting celestial event. From Oregon to South Carolina, the sun will race across the country in just around an hour and a half. And along the 70-mile wide path of totality, the moon will completely obscure the sun, and you'll be able to look at that with your naked eyes. But other than during that time and only in the totality, you need to take care. Rick Feinberg from the American Astronomical Society has some tips to have fun while protecting your eyes.
During totality, when the moon is completely blocking the sun's bright face, you don't use any filters. You look right at it. You can look right at it with binoculars, you can look right at it with a telescope. But at all other times, during the partial phases, before and after totality, or if you're not in the path of totality, throughout the partial eclipse, you must use safe solar filters.
And what are safe solar filters?
The most common kind available now are these eclipse shades or eclipse glasses. If you go online and search for solar eclipse shades or solar eclipse glasses, you'll find many suppliers, many retailers who sell them. They're cheap, they're like $1 or $2 a piece. And they're made from a special material that blocks all but about 1/1,000,000th of the sun's light. And that's across the whole electromagnetic spectrum, so it makes looking at the sun directly perfectly safe. So the proper way to use these is to not look at the sun, but to put them on and then look up at the sun. Dark sunglasses won't work. Any other filter that you can improvise won't work.
And if you have binoculars, they will be an excellent way to look at the eclipse with this warning.
You cannot use them at any other time unless you have special filters that go over the front of the binoculars. Okay? These are only used this way, without any filters, during the total phase of the eclipse.
And since for many of us this could be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, we want pictures, right?
Except during totality, you have to use a safe solar filter, and it has to go in front of the camera. So what I do is I take half of one of those eclipse shades that I showed you earlier, and I put it over the camera, and I tape it on so that it doesn't blow off or fall off. And then I can just point my cell phone up at the sun, zoom in, and take a picture.
If you're in the path of totality, you could experience a maximum of 2 minutes and 40 seconds where you can look directly at the sun without any filters. But before and after the totality and all the time outside the path of totality, do what Rick says. Now's the time to plan for the eclipse. Figure out where you're going to go and make sure you have your eclipse glasses and plenty of time to get some safe sun. For Weather Nation, I'm John Van Pelt.